Mind reader. So in a relationship where there's not cheating and therapy isn't necessary, would you agree that there is some degrees of quote unquote emotional labor happening in otherwise happy relationships?
Yeah.
What's an example?
In a
happy relationship,
you can be
what would be an example of an emotional labor?
You can be in a happy relationship overall and still have issues.
Okay,
so
let's exclude cheating. Let's exclude the need a relationship so bad that it requires therapy.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
even small things.
What is an example of emotional labor in an otherwise happy relationship?
Okay, happy relationships can have small issues like communication issues, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So if I'm coming to you trying to say, hey, we have communication issues, I think we need to work it out because I love you and I want to stay with you. But in order to do that, this is something that definitely needs to be fixed.
You have to be vulnerable.
Me.
Oh, you're dangling the breakup.
No.
Just like you did with your husband, didn't you say?
Yes, I did.
Didn't you admit that one of your issues is that you would threaten the breakup?
Yeah, 100%.
Because in my book, once you threaten the breakup, it's goodbye. I don't play that shit. We can have a conversation about issues, but when you start leveraging a breakup,
100%.
I'll call your bluff. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye. I don't play this.
And
let's break up, get back together bullshit.
I think
if you want to break up, it's over.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Oh my God, that looks like that was like more of a wave goodbye. That was not.
It's not a salute.
That was not a Roman salute. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I actually agree. Like, as someone who's no longer 22 and has done self-reflection and stuff, I 100% agree with you. But that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying here is you don't have to threaten to leave, but everybody knows, like, if a relationship gets too toxic, it's just healthy to not be together. So you try to discuss issues so that you can fix them and keep the relationship going. And that's just like a general thing that everyone does.
Are you so you're describing emotional labor as like the willingness to discuss those things?
It's one example. It's just any kind like.
But you said women do most of the emotional labor in a relationship. So I'm sort of failing to understand.
I think what she's trying to say is that women are more likely to be vulnerable, and that is equating to emotional therapy or emotional labor. Yeah. But I wouldn't. I think emotional labor is a stupid word for it, though.
Okay, well, we can argue semantics, but the general point, and I also think that women tend to like emotionally invest more in general, maybe sooner than men. But
that's because we're hormonal.
Issue, and the whole point that I'm making, like the whole point that I'm making is, women will literally brag. They'll be like, I pay 50% of the bills, and I do the cooking, and I do the cleaning, and then they'll say dumb shit like, if a guy cheats on you, well, you could have just told me, I would have fucked her with you. You know, that type of shit. That is the real pick-me